Justin Botillier, enrolled agent, owner of Rogue Tax Professionals. Today I got the question, about the benefits of starting a business and also how the new tax laws for 2018 are going to benefit businesses. Well, first of all, I'm a big advocate for going self-employed. I often recommend people who are employees that have a lot of independence and out-of-pocket expenses that are also expected to foot the bill for their employment and not being reimbursed, to consider becoming independent if they were employees, becoming independent, because one of the tax changes is not in the employee's favor in that there will be no more tax deduction for unreimbursed employee expenses. So around here, we've got teachers who work for charter schools that assist in home education, and they do not get reimbursed for their mileage or their phones or their school supplies or those kinds of things. And that's a big cost to them, and they will not be able to take those deductions. So I am encouraging anybody who is employed but are expected to pay for their mileage and their supplies and their other travel expenses to consider getting in a position in which they are being considered an independent contractor. There's a lot more flexibility with being a business owner in that you can write off a lot of things that you can't write off as an employee. And those things can be beneficial to your standard of living. For example, having a home office. Now, you're supposed to be using the home office exclusively for business, but that really helps with the utility bills and the rent expense and all those kinds of things if you can write off a portion of that, as well as business use of telephone and business use of vehicle. Business use of vehicle is a big expense, and we do drive to work every day, but if you're an employee, you don't get to write that off, but if you're self-employed, you do get to write that off. Not necessarily commuting expenses, assuming you have a home office. Travel expenses, employing your kids, being able to contribute more to a retirement plan than what you ordinarily can contribute. So there's lots of reasons why you want to be consider being self-employed. It is a characteristic of most successful people to have some sort of entrepreneurial endeavor or be interested in business at least. So another benefit is with the 2018 tax changes was the pass-through business deduction, in which all business owners, including people who own rentals, will get a 20% tax deduction, which is amazing. It's like, so if you make $100,000, net $100,000, you're going to get a $20,000 tax deduction. So those are my reasons for being self-employed. There are many more, but being self-employed, in my opinion, is much more favorable to being an employee. You do need to hire an accountant, and you do need to be informed. That's another characteristic of successful people, is they invest in accounting. And taxes are sometimes a business's number one expense. So it's good to make sure that you're getting professional help.